Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Now Greg Dortch going to bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Already here, they'll audible to something else. Right to the air. Here's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
Partner, the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this. I've got this many seconds to find a target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this first down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a big gain, and they'll come right back with another 1st and 10.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. The Cardinals at 500, sitting at 5-5. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Hey, look at the defense for these Texans. They were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, the head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
From the gun, Murray. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, it's Benson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Murray looking to change the play here. Green. Here's 2nd and 8. Open man, here's Benson. And he's got this down to the 35. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Murray now. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Now they'll audible to something else.
Hey, Larry! Omaha. 2-2.
Murray going to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. As Stroud now to throw. That is incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Second and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Stroud. Pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down. Solomon Thomas, they love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack. 3rd and 20.
All right.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Look the high, look the high. Level.
Now Stroud. Got a man. It's the rookie out of the 3rd round. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
All right.
Jones trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Mixon. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
All right.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
How about that stand defensively? The sticks were moving against them. 1st down after 1st down was being piled up. They had driven all the way down the field, and then they ran into a wall on 3rd and goal. Nice job regrouping. Very impressive.
And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on 4th down.
Why, Tony?
Stroud to throw it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up on 4th and goal from the 4, and this Cardinal defense comes up with a goal line stand. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Murray. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Stroud. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Stroud looking to throw. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second down and 3. Stroud. Touchdown, Texans. Nico Collins with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Shedding through the defense. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their 2nd straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively, and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Stroud out of the gun here. He's got it to Collins, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Schultz. And down inside the 15 he goes. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. A stop by Garrett Williams. You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cards are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. Now 2nd and 5. Murray now to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Shotgun now for Murray. Flushed out right. Well, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fighting through. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans will take over. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by one score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Look at hot.
Stroud working out of the gun. He'll let this go deep for Collins. And he's got it inside the 10. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. A huge play there for Houston. 51 yards. They'll give it to Mixon. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. Stroud being chased out left. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. Back to throw. Stroud to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Stroud. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Solomon Thomas. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Stroud. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least 1 practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Steps away to his left. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
That's complete to Michael Wilson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. To throw is Murray. Got his man, it's Dortch. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Murray to air it out again. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch. Sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge, and it's going to bring up 4th down. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And we'll see how much they want to push things, leading already here 10-3. Throwing to start the drive. Stroud. He's got a man, complete. He's to the 15. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Texans would extend their lead here just before halftime. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
Coach. Two.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Glenn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. 17-3 the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Stroud toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked off by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. In motion right, that's Wilson. Murray flips his forward on the jet sweep. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Now a 2nd and 2.
That's one.
Kyler going to give this to Benson. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Over the middle, complete. It's Benson. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 30-yard line.
Hey. 2-2-1.
Play fake. Murray. That's caught. It's the tight end, Ryman. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Murray changing the play. They're going to look to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, struggles continue. Open targets, and he keeps missing them, pressing way too much. He may have a big arm, but until he learns how to harness it and have some touch, he's going to continue to struggle.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They're going for it. Hits Murray. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Marvin Harrison Jr., 26 yards. And the Cardinals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Stroud off the play fake. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. That is Joshua Hines-Allen working his way in for the sack. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun. Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well. Operating from the gun. Stroud. That'll be pulled in downfield by Collins. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10, down at the 31.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Now 2nd and 9. And Stroud now to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Here's Stroud.
Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And that's a wise decision. Remember, he threw the pick on the last drive. This time he says, I'm not forcing one. I'm just getting it out of here.
And that is no good. And this will remain a one-touchdown game.
Those are the kicks that you worry you might have to confront again in the end. You had a chance to go up by 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter, but your kicker can't convert.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45.
49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 3. Another run here with Benson.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Murray flips his forward on a jet sweep. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, Ace.
In motion is Dortch.
Now Murray off play action. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
From the gun, Murray. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Credit that sack to Travis Jones.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. This is taken at the 10. 44-yard punt, return of 9.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is second and less than a yard. Now Stroud. He'll let this go deep for Collins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Just because you got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at third and a few inches. Looking to throw. Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 18. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Texans are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
Cardinals 10. Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Hey, guys! Hey! Green! Hey, guys!
Murray going to throw. That ball caught by Harrison. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Cardinals have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
So here's a big play for the Cardinals as they'll go for two.
The Cardinals will line up for the two-point conversion.
Two, hut.
And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. Extra point attempt to follow here. He's got it, and it's 24-17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Stroud to throw it. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. A turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Stroud looking to throw.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. 3rd and 7 now. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Stroud.
And he finds his target. It's Schultz.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They go back to the ground with Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. 2nd and a couple.
All right. Why, Tony?
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
All right.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 14. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Here's Stroud.
And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Forced out to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock.
3rd and 5. Stroud back to throw. This one swung out here to Jones. And the Texans are going to have a first down, and that is the big one, as they should be able to run it out from here.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. On for the PAT, Ka'imi Fairbairn. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Texans 31, Cardinals 17. Ka'imi Fairbairn.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Murray now to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Jalen Petrie picks it off.
And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. I have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Again, it's Jones. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
So this one in the win column for the Texans, and it was thanks in part to the play of their 3rd-year quarterback.
Yeah, just a tremendous game throwing the football.